To our honored guests, to the class of 2021, their parents, families, and friends, to the members of the Walpole School Committee, Mrs. Nancy Gallivan, Mr. William Buckley, Ms. Jennifer Gayositz, Ms. Carrie Denizio, Mr. Mark Breen, Ms. Kristen Syrek, Mr. Sean Ahern, and to our superintendent, Dr. Bridget Goff, Assistant Superintendent, Mr. William Hahn, WHS administration and faculty, town officials, and to all present here today, I extend warm greetings. As principal, it is my great privilege and pleasure to welcome you to this commencement ceremony, the 147th graduation exercises of Walpole High School. Would you please now rise for our national anthem to be performed by the senior members of the Walpole High School Concert Choir.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Very nice. Nice job. Thank you. Please be seated. We will now have the welcome and presentation of the class gift by the senior class president, Kevin McElhaney. This will be followed by the acceptance of the class gift by the junior class president, Cole Donato.
Hello everyone, and thank you for coming. My name is Kevin McElhaney, and I am the class president of 2021. Thank you, thanks. The clubs and activities at Walpole High School are the backbone of our community. They often bring students together that wouldn't normally meet. Thank you to all faculty that helped make them a success. Now, I'd like to present our class gift, which is a donation to the clubs and activities at Walpole High School to Coldonado.
Thank you, Kevin. I'd like to also wish the best for the class of 2021.
At this time, I would like to present our graduation speakers from the senior class. Renee Abbott, Needy Bergoni, Danielle Dentremont, Brendan Mahoney, and Edwin Ryan.
Presenting the Journal of the Class of 2021. Dear freshman year, I learned a lot from you. We started off at freshman orientation, lost and overwhelmed by the multitude of clubs and hallways. We met new people from the different middle school. New friendships formed as old ones faded. Kids from Byrd marveled at the students from the bomb shelter that is Johnson, and kids from Johnson were constantly intrigued by stories of one-way hallways and a cafeteria split in half. We felt grown up. We were done with our bottle flipping and dabbing middle school phase. But looking back, I think we knew we had a lot more growing up to do. High school classes are a lot harder than middle school, especially physics, considering we were the first freshman class to take it. We had 7 classes a day. Thank goodness for PLC on Tuesdays to get us through the week. We made it through and had the semi-formal to look forward to. It was so much fun getting dressed up and seeing our entire grade. I can't wait for prom. This is just the beginning, and the friendships we have made will only continue to blossom. This year was the start of figuring out who we were, not only in our classes, but also in life. We end freshman year with optimism and hope for the future. Sincerely, eager rising sophomore.
Dear sophomore year, although this year felt like a fleeting moment, it carried with it a greater appreciation for what the high school experience actually is. On the first day, we saw all the nervous freshmen walking quickly, heads down in the hallway, and got a boost of confidence from just being thankful that we weren't them. We realized at the beginning of this year that we can take a step back and take a second to assess what we really want to do in high school. We decided to take charge as more of us made varsity sports teams, placed in a speech tournament, and began going through the filmmaking process pretty much all by ourselves. All accomplishments that seemed unattainable the year prior. Although all of this is great, to our surprise, we felt the brunt of being the first class to have to take physical education, all 4 years of high school. Thus, the 8th period was born, and we got to add another class to our already busy schedules. As we approached the middle of the year, we realized that even after a half year of classes, we still didn't know how to write a proof or what stoichiometry was, but that we would plug along anyway, and that pretending to know what we're doing can actually work. The spring rolled around, and we learned that we won't have to worry about getting into college, since all we need to do is have a parent on Full House and take some pictures on a rowing machine. As we finish this year, we look forward to what comes next and brace for the extra stress that next year is sure to bring. Sincerely, an adapting rising junior.
Dear junior year, you were arguably a blur, and I certainly do not have to remind everyone of the events that precipitated March of 2020, so we'll skip that chapter. Anyway, junior year is always stereotyped as the most stressful part of high school, even without a pandemic, but I think that maturity and self-love are also crucial yet less noted hallmarks of this time in high school. During this year, we were instructed to explore post-graduation plans despite feeling as though we had just arrived at WHS. This exploration into our futures forced us all to assess what truly mattered to us as individuals and what we wished to gain out of life. many of us began to visit colleges virtually and imagine where else our diverse talents could lead us. And this period of introspection seemed to signify the point at which our paths would begin to diverge. However, we still required the safety net of the inspiring teachers, motivating coaches, and advisors, and caring classmates with which WHS has provided us. Junior year, you marked a break in the page, the beginning of a new letter, the beginning of an end. Despite your overwhelming nature, you, junior year, were not solely the year of stress. Rather, you were also the year of dreams. However, in pursuit of the alluring future, we also became aware of the fleeting and fading nature of childhood, much like the literary characters that we came to love, hate, and know at WHS. On one hand, we were like Jay Gatsby, the ultimate dreamers, as we were starry-eyed with aspirations. On the other hand, we were like Holden Caulfield, as we feared the bittersweet laughs of high school that would soon punctuate childhood in the year to come. Despite the mixed emotions that often define you junior year, you challenged us to become the more poised, confident, and educated versions of ourselves that we are today as we face yet another juncture in our lives. Sincerely, an overwhelmed but optimistic rising senior. Dear senior year, wow. Every other year, I have been looking at you like you were almost unattainable, as if it would be long until I became a senior. You seemed so cool back then, and now that we have reached the end, I realize that you're really stressful too, especially to the class of 21. There's no doubt that we had our obstacles when navigating this year, from virtual college visits, to remote and hybrid learning, to changing up our extracurricular activities in a pandemic. We've gone farther in our transition from an adolescent student to a young adult, and of course, that is definitely scary to hear. Despite these levels of hardship, you weren't that bad. For 7 months, we got to see and socialize with only half the student body in school. But somehow, we all became closer. And maybe that's because this is our last year in high school, our last chance to see each other before we embark on the journey of the future and the rest of our lives. You also gave me, and I'm sure a lot of others, a chance to truly appreciate all of our undertakings and admire all the activities our peers did by amplifying the lens of the curious observers in ourselves. Senior year, I hope you can see where I'm going with this. In the beginning, I thought you'd be impossible to endure. But with the opportunity to grow over the past 4 years, I find it super important to pay more attention to the memorable moments of senior year. It's a universal truth that time flies by quickly, so why define this crucial amount of time with pessimism? Let me tell you something. Freshman year, our science classes changed and we received Chromebooks for the entirety of high school. Sophomore year, our schedule introduced a new period. Junior year, we experienced a global pandemic and started a new type of learning. Now, normally, I would be exhausted by the number of changes in high school, no matter how big or small. While it did feel exhausting at certain points, it's actually really cool how the inevitability of change was constant for us now and will be in the future. Sincerely, an excited graduate.
Dear Future, this is the letter that we try to write without knowing the contents. We really do not know what we will be writing about in this letter. It truly is uncertain. But although uncertainty may be a bit scary, it is our letter to write. We can write about what we want to in this letter. That's the reason this letter may be a little bit shorter than the others, because it's not yet fully written. There are so many more moments that we will tell about in this letter. Some of us will be writing about our times in college, others about prep school, the working world, or even serving our country. We will all be writing about different experiences, all filled with ups and downs. No matter how different our letters will be from one another, they will all be written with similar principles in mind, ideals of openness, curiosity, and perseverance through hard times. We learned these ideals and many more lessons right here at Walpole High School. Even though our time at 275 Common Street is over, that doesn't mean that we can't take what we learned here and apply it to our lives and continue to write about it in all of our future letters. Our class is filled with talented athletes, musicians, scholars, artists, thespians, and leaders. So among all of us, we will write some truly amazing letters. So class of 2021, I encourage you to never stop writing your letters. Let's show the world what we can do. Sincerely, a prepared young adult.
At this time, we would like to congratulate retired Colonel Scott J. Whittemore, class of 1979, on being inducted into the Walpole High School Hall of Fame in the area of military service. After graduating from Walpole High School, Colonel Whittemore went on to graduate from Norwich University and was commissioned into the U.S. Army. Colonel Whittemore completed 6 years active duty, rising to the rank of captain. During this time, Colonel Whittemore received the Meritorious Service and Army Achievement Medals. Colonel Whittemore continued his military career in the U.S. Army Reserves until September 11th, 2001, at which time he was mobilized. Following 9/11, he was the major in charge of a crisis action team for FORSCOM, managing activation and deployment of all U.S. Army Signal Corps assets in support of Operation Noble Eagle, a homeland defense mission for the invasion of Afghanistan. He was awarded his second Meritorious Service Medal and promoted to Lieutenant Colonel for his service during the 2.5-year activation. Prior to another overseas deployment, Colonel Whittemore attended and graduated from the U.S. Army War College with a Master of Strategic Studies. In 2007, he was assigned to active duty as a colonel and was deployed to Iraq for 2 consecutive combat tours and was awarded the Bronze Star for his contributions with the multinational force Iraq in Baghdad. After Iraq, he was awarded the Legion of Merit while serving as Chief of Plans and Operations Officer. As the Chief of Plans and Operations, the command maintained an extremely high operational tempo, both in the United States and in Southwest Asia, in support of Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom. Colonel Whittemore oversaw signal combat operations in Kuwait, Iraq, Afghanistan, and the United States. He directed, deployed, and redeployed over 2,000 soldiers in support of these operations. Colonel Whittemore also managed and directed operations requiring the deployment of soldiers comprising a communication task force in support of multinational operations in Egypt. He managed the training, operation, and mission preparedness of a chemical soldier organization that comprised a biological, radiological, nuclear, chemical consequence management response force in direct support of the Homeland Defense mission. Colonel Whittemore is not able to be with us today. Accepting on his behalf, however, is his stepbrother, Don Crummett. Congratulations, retired Colonel Scott Whittemore, and thank you for your service to our country. At this time, we would like to acknowledge the following seniors who will be entering the military upon graduation: Laura Lema Di Arujo and Michael O'Farrell. Also, the following 2 seniors have been awarded a 4-year ROTC scholarship: Peyton Nolan and Connor Hope. Laura will be joining the National Guard and Michael will be joining the Navy. Peyton will be attending William and Mary, going into the Army, and Connor will be attending University of Connecticut, also going into the Army. We would like to wish you every success, the best of luck, and we thank you very much as you go forward to serve our country. At this time, we would like to recognize 2 students who have achieved the highest GPA in the senior class. Danielle Dentremont and Nidhi Beragoni will receive the Superintendent's Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement. The National Honor Society seeks to recognize those students who have exemplified the highest levels of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. These qualities are the 4 principles that are held in the highest esteem by National Honor Society chapters across the country. Here in Walpole, they serve as the foundation of our chapter. In order to be offered membership in NHS, Walpole High School students must show a commitment to these principles, and once selected, all of the NHS students earnestly strive to demonstrate these qualities on a daily basis. The members of the NHS class of 2021 have completed hundreds of hours of service and leadership for their school and community. We are proud to recognize them here today. Would the following NHS students please stand? Renee Abbott, Danielle Abril, Abigail Bain, Sarah Ball, Nidhi Baragoni, Jack Cannell, Julia Cannell, William Connor, Ella Corso, Mia Costa, Danielle Dentremont, Margaret Devlin, Cecilia Doherty, Liam Flippen, Aaron Foley, Christina Forrester, Caroline Gapehart, Katerina Gapehart, Linika Goel, Andrew Hendricks, Connor Hope, Lisa Jare, Christina Lewis, Brendan Mahoney, Grace Manzo, Annika Massey, Santosh Anu Matthew, Arnav Mishra, Peyton Nolan, Kimberly O'Donnell, Vidyut Ramanan, Nicholas Richardson, Sophia Richer, Kaya Robin, Edwin Ryan, Justin Schneider, Anna Smith, Domenico Straccia, Cole Tajian, Catherine Tierney, Gregorius Tsugas, Caroline Wilkins, Ashley Wong. Please join me in acknowledging their hard work. The following students are being recognized by our academic departments for their scholastic excellence and achievements. Will they please stand to be recognized as I call their name? The Art Award is being given to Agatha Dorigo. The Business Award is being presented to Amber Davignon. The English Award is being presented to Renee Abbott. The French Award is being presented to Katerina Gapehart. The Latin Award to Brendan Mahoney. The Mandarin Award to Ethan Truong. The Spanish Award is being presented today to Nidhi Baragoni. The Mathematics Award is being presented to Nidhi Baragoni and Linika Goel. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is being presented today to Martha Hilty. The John Philip Sousa Band Award is being presented to Matthew Avalar. The National School Chorus Award to Catherine Lightbody. And the National School Orchestra Award is being presented to Lisa Jare. The Physical Education Awards are presented to Sophie McCarthy and Justin Schneider. In science, the Pauline Powers Academic Achievement in Physical Science Award is being presented to Santosh Anu Matthew. The Joan Hale Academic Achievement in Biological Science Award is being presented to Caroline Gapehart. The Thomas Brown Science and Service Award to Nidhi Baragoni. In social studies, the Robert E. Coviello Memorial Award is being presented today to Katarina Gebhardt. In technology, the George Conady Technology Award is being presented to Domenico Straccia. The Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award is being presented to Renee Abbott. The John B. Turco Memorial Award is given to that member of the senior class who has successfully combined excellence in both athletics and academics in his or her 4 years at Walpole High School. This year's recipient is Mia Costa. The Outstanding Female Athlete Award is presented today to Molly Wyand. The Outstanding Male Athlete Award is presented to Cole Tajian. Awards for excellence in academics are presented to the following students for their outstanding academic achievement. Please hold your applause until all names have been read. Renee Abbott, Danielle Abril, Nicholas Bond, Agatha Dorigo, Lisa Jair, Samantha Kearns, Arnav Mishra, Peyton Nolan, Trevor Penza, Vidyut Ramanan, Ragad Samakia, and Catherine Tobin. The following students have successfully fulfilled the Walpole High School STEM Academy requirements in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Santosh Anu Matthew, Antonio Aquilino, Nicholas Bond, Thomas Cataloni, Taj Desai, Linekat Goel, Arnav Mishra, Devlin Mostich, Vidyut Ramanan, Nicholas Richardson, and Domenico Straccia. For an explanation of the following scholarships, we've provided a QR code to scan, which is located in your graduation programs. The Dental Associates of Walpole Scholarship is presented to Ashley Wong. The Junior Classical League Scholarship is presented to Kimberly O'Donnell. The Middlesex Savings is pleased to present Gregorius Tsougas with the Middlesex Savings Charitable Foundation Scholarship. The Thomas W. Quinn Memorial Scholarships are being awarded to Lillian Byrne, Lisa Jair, Shannon Jordan, Domenico Straccia. Sharon Credit Union is pleased to present Brendan Mahoney with the Sharon and Crescent United Credit Union Scholarship. Brendan has excelled academically and exhibits exceptional community involvement. The Walpole High School Future Filmmaker Scholarship is presented to James Kane. The Walpole High School Journalism Scholarships are awarded to Renee Abbott and Harry Murphy. The Walpole Police Association Scholarship will be presented to Timothy Sullivan. The Lieutenant Fitzgibbon Memorial Scholarship will be presented to Connor Schlittler. The Walpole High School Student Council Scholarships will be presented to Liam Crowley, Edwin Ryan, Bria Foley, Aaron Foley, Amy Gordon, Brendan Mahoney, Kevin McElhaney, Emily Schneider, and Benjamin Skypeck. The Walpole Teachers Association awards scholarships to high school seniors who wish to pursue a career in education. The WTA asked that applicants write a one-page letter explaining why they wish to be a teacher and to list one educator that most inspired them. This year we have 3 recipients. Our first recipient is Brendan Mahoney. Brendan listed Phil Balkus, one of our Walpole High School history teachers, as his inspiration. Our second recipient is Brenna Hughes. Brenna listed Mrs. Hayes, her first grade teacher from OPR, as her inspiration. Our third recipient is Gina DeStito. Gina listed Mrs. Donna Roman, one of our educational support specialists from WHS, as her inspiration. The Bay State Federal Savings Charitable Foundation Award is presented to Princess Soy Rodriguez. The Caroline E. Sharon Scholarships are presented to Ashley Wong and Jaden Gianfrancesco. The Frederick E. Clapp Memorial Fund is presented to Jocelyn Hansen. The Cullinane Family Scholarship is presented today to Bria Foley. The Dedham Savings Bank Student of the Month scholarships are presented to Gina DeStito and Nelson Villalta. The Edward F. Erker Memorial Scholarship is presented to Brendan Mahoney. The James Erker Cross Country Track Booster Scholarship are presented to Nick Bond, Jaden Gianfrancesco, Nicole Knauth, Ryan Lodegites, Aidan O'Brien, and Benjamin Skypeck. The Friends of Music Arthur Wiley Scholarships are presented to Martha Hilty, Lisa Jare, and Catherine Lightbody. The Joseph C. Gravina Memorial Scholarship is presented to Benjamin Skypeck. The Walpole Gridiron Boosters Unsung Hero Scholarship is presented today to James McGuire. The Thelma S. Letnick Memorial Scholarship is presented to Ashley Wong. The Lyndon Paul LaRusso Scholarships are presented to Lillian Byrne, Thomas Cataloni, Noah Klaus, Aaron Foley, Grace Healy, Brendan Mahoney, Sarah Mendez, Arnav Mishra, Vidyut Ramanan, Nicholas Richardson, and Domenico Straccia. The Catherine Erker Maloney Scholarship is presented today to Noah Klaus. The Coach Fiona Murphy Cross Country Track Scholarship is presented today to Mia Costa. The Norwood Hospital Scholarships are presented to Lisa Jare and Princess Sawyer Rodriguez. The Alexandra Ali Smith Memorial Scholarship is presented to Madison Field. The South Walpole Community Preschool Betsy Thomas Memorial Scholarship is presented today to Shannon Jordan. The Walpole Child Care Association Scholarship is presented to Casey Ball. The Walpole Cooperative Bank Scholarships are presented to Danielle Detremont, Cecilia Doherty, Caroline Gapehart, Katerina Gapehart, Kimberly O'Donnell, and Edwin Ryan. The Walpole Footgliders Scholarship are presented to Brenna Hughes and Catherine Lightbody. The Walpole Permanent Firefighters Ryan A. Ferreira Memorial Scholarship is presented to Shannon Jordan. The Walpole Youth Football and Cheerleading Scholarships are presented to Patrick Cooney and Gianluca Gonzer. Also to Colin Heil, Brian Malone, Connor Schlittler, and Tim Sullivan. The Walpole Soccer Association Robert and Irene Ellis Memorial Scholarships are presented to Cecilia Doherty and Sean Foley. The Walpole Youth Soccer Association Caroline Medura Rosen Memorial Scholarship is presented today to Sophia Richer. The Wildest Dreams Art Scholarships are presented to Akina Guterres and Kimberly O'Donnell. The following students have already been notified by the Walpole Scholarship Foundation of their awards. We would like to recognize them at this time. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all names have been read. Renee Abbott, Danielle Abril, Matthew Avalar, Abigail Bain, Sophie Burns, Zoe Coleman, Jack Cannell, Julia Cannell, William Connors, Ella Corso, Tessa Curtis, Margaret Devlin, Madison Evans, Liam Flippin, Erin Foley, Christina Forrester, Caroline Gapehart, Katerina Gapehart, Sam Grant, Andrew Hendricks, Brenna Hughes, Lisa Jare, Carissa Kane, Catherine Lanny, Laura Lema de Arujo, Christina Lewis, Karen McMillan, Brendan Mahoney, Sophie McCarthy, Arnav Mishra, Skyla Nigro, Peyton Nolan, Kimberly O'Donnell, Elizabeth Portnova, Vidyut Ramanan, Benjamin Skypeck, Anna Smith, Cassandra Stelmash, Dominico Strasia, Cole Tajian, Ethan Truong, and Gregorius Tsougas. Ladies and gentlemen, as principal of Walpole High School, I am very proud and pleased to certify that the young men and women seated before us today have successfully completed all of the academic requirements of Walpole High School, as well as those of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and therefore deserve to be awarded their diplomas on this occasion. Mrs. Nancy Gallivan and Dr. Bridget Goff, Superintendent of Schools, will now join me in the conferring of diplomas.
Renee Page Abbott.
Shannon Suzanne Jordan.
Jamai Alazim Abdal Khalak.
Jenna, Carissa Ellen Kane.
Danielle Marie Abril.
Jenna Adeline Keeney.
Justin Thornton Akins.
Samantha Judith Kearns.
Catherine Marwan Anjul.
Sebastian Merrill Key.
Madison Victoria Antonitis.
Oliver John Kelleher.
Santosh Anu Matthew.
Alex Robert Kennedy.
Caroline Ann Applin.
Ashley Elizabeth King.
Jalen Augustave.
Andrew Scott Curtin.
Matthew Kivi Avalar.
Nicole Mei-Ling Kanoth.
Abigail Julia Bain.
Charles Joseph Corsack III.
Casey Ann Ball.
Jenny Rose Kravitsky.
Sarah Elizabeth Ball.
Abigail Constance Krug.
Calvin David Beauregard.
Caroline Alexis Kirker.
Aditi Vadiraja Bell.
Jordan Catherine Larkin.
Sebastian Nicholas Bernard.
James Roy Lee Jr.
Thomas Vincent Bilski.
Cheyenne Taisha Lee.
Nicholas Patrick Bond.
Laura Elizabetta Lema de Arroyo.
Kaylin Virginia Briscoe.
Christina Marie Lewis.
Callie Candace Brooks.
Catherine Alice Lightbody.
Sophie Marie Burns.
Andrew Gordon Lightfoot.
Harry Vincent Butters.
Ryan J. Lodgedice.
Dallin James Byerly.
Ryan J. LaRusso.
Matthew John Bilsma.
Caitlin Ann Lynch.
Nidhi Baragoni.
Christopher Michael Mackenzie, Jr.
Lillian Sylvia Byrne.
Ian Gregory McLean.
Maeve Celine Casey.
Kyle Shane McLeod.
Anthony Castillo.
Karen Grace McMillan.
Joshua Castillo.
James Steele McGuire.
Thomas James Cataloni.
Amanda Diane Mayu.
Juliana Michelle Cerullo.
Brendan William Mahoney.
Robbie Champagne.
Brianna Elizabeth Masonette.
Jalen Shai Chang.
Brian James Malone.
Max Michael Shervin.
Ryan Manning.
Charlotte Elizabeth Clark.
Grace Elizabeth Manzo.
Noah Andrew Klaus.
Maxwell Jordan Martin.
Naya Nicole Cofield.
Annika K. Massey.
Joseph Donald Colbert.
Justin Liam McCarthy.
Maeve Catherine Colburn.
Sophie Helen McCarthy.
Zoe Rebecca Coleman.
Kevin Joseph McElhaney.
Kyle Julia Conlon.
John Philip McGrath.
Jack Connell.
Emma Claire McInerney.
Julia Connell.
Samantha Lynn McKay.
Olivia Angela Connor.
Brianna Lynn McKeon.
William P. Connors.
Valentine Ann McLaughlin.
Joseph Paul Constantino.
Catherine Elizabeth McClellan.
Patrick Thomas Cooney.
Katie Ann Meehan.
Ella Catherine Corso.
Aaron Thomas Megan.
Mia Irene Costa.
Molly Catherine Mello.
Samuel Bradford Cowan.
Sarah Natalie Mendez.
Liam Thomas Crowley.
Ted Bradley Michelle.
Jonathan Martin Curran.
Caitlin Isabel Minsk.
Tessa Jane Curtis.
Arnav Mishra.
Amber Jean Davignon.
Henry Michael Morris.
Shrihas Dama.
Devin Parker Mostich.
Paul Michael Dana.
G. Morad.
Arthur Teixeira Santana de Medeiros.
Christopher Patrick Mullen.
Danielle Rita Dentremont.
Harry Cooper Murphy.
Tage Shirag Desai.
Stephen Gerard Musto.
Elizabeth Mary DeSimone.
Brian McKinnon Nagel.
Emily Joan DeSimone.
Abigail Rose Nessel.
Gina Marie DeStito.
Christine Amber Nicholson.
Margaret Josephine Devlin.
Charles C. Nicholas.
Dominic Salvatore Di Natale.
Skyla Helen Nigro.
Cecilia Ann Doherty.
Peyton Jaya Nolan.
Brendan Joseph Donahue.
Aiden Patrick O'Brien.
Nicholas Louis Denoyan.
Kimberly Ann O'Donnell.
Samuel Fitzgerald Donovan.
Michael Ronan O'Farrell.
Agatha Aime Ariadne Mota Dorigo.
Matthew Amador Ong.
Jenna Nicole Ira.
Ana Gerli Peguero.
Charles LeBron Esdale.
Trevor Joseph Penza.
Caitlin Irene Evans.
Derek Richard Petrucci.
Madison Renee Evans.
Connor James Piersack.
Allison Kendall Fair.
Elizabeth C. Portanova.
Zachary Joseph Fair.
Benjamin Thomas Quinn.
Mark James Falvey.
Vidyut Ramanan.
Haydar Ahmad Faraj.
Alex John Reeder.
Haley Ann Farrell.
Erica Lynn Reed.
Madison Olivia Field.
Nicholas Stephen Richardson.
Madison Paige Finnemore.
Sophia Kimball Richer.
Skylar Maureen Fitzgerald.
Leo Thomas Ringler.
John James Fitzpatrick.
Kaya Grace Robin.
Liam Harold Flippin.
Kenya L. Romero.
Haley Rose Florist.
Michael Ernest Rose.
Neil Francis Flynn.
Brandon Lee Rubino.
Patrick Kevin Flynn.
Caitlin Mary Marie Ruggiero.
Timothy Patrick Flynn.
Devin William Ryan.
Bria Catherine Foley.
Edwin Kennedy Ryan.
Erin Margaret Foley.
Emily Garcia Saldana.
Sarah Margaret Foley.
Megan Ruth Santos.
Sean Murphy Foley.
Princess Nazaya Sawyer Rodriguez.
Christina Abigail Forrester.
Emily Rose Schneider.
Ryan Thomas Formica.
Justin Russell Schneider.
William John Foynes.
Sydney Catherine Eva Schultz.
Christopher Francis Freoni.
Joseph Patrick Shaw.
Katrina Marie Hughes.
Benjamin David Skypeck.
Caroline Mary Gebhardt.
Anna Claire Smith.
Katerina Marie Gebhardt.
Ragad Samakia.
Nolan Douglas Gear.
Ahmad Adel Samakia.
Jaden Anthony Gianfrancesco.
Cassandra Marie Stelmash.
Nikki Elizabeth Gianotis.
Domenico Federico Straccia.
Dante Hugo Enrique Gianelli.
Pranav Sudhir.
Linika Goel.
Timothy Edward Sullivan.
Gianluca Carl Gonzer.
Cole Charles Tajan.
Amy Denise Gordon.
Emma Catherine Thorson.
Brianna Mary Gorman.
Catherine Mary Tierney.
Grace Joanne Gorman.
Catherine Elizabeth Tobin.
Arthur Samuel Grant.
Ethan Van Truong.
Luke Michael Grogan.
Gregorios Konstantinos Sugas.
Dylan Francis Gusmini.
Jada Amari Utley Cribb.
Akina Gutierrez Jimenez.
Jacob Peter Valley.
Jocelyn Marie Hansen.
Sydney Kennedy Vanoit.
Grace Ellen Healy.
Nelson Gabriel Villalta Amaya.
Andrew Stephen Hendricks.
Brianna Hope Vitelli.
Colin Joseph Heil.
Max Patrick Walsh.
Martha Claire Hilty.
Nicholas Paul William Watson.
Elizabeth Maeve Hinton.
Molly Elizabeth Wyan.
Luke Augustus Hogan.
Liam Patrick Welch.
Timothy John Hogan.
Jonathan Michael White.
Paul Engelstead Holm II.
Aaron Wilborn.
Connor Michael Hope.
Caroline Sutherland Wilkins.
Brenna Rose Hughes.
Ashley Morgan Wong.
Nolan Atherton Hunt.
Alana Mackenzie Wyzanski.
Lisa Jair.
John Ruslan Murphy.
Haley Ann Johnson.
Patrick James Simon.
Owen Enrique Johnson.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with the greatest pleasure and pride that I present to you the 147th senior class of graduates from Walpole High School, the class of 2021. Any stairs is good.